Okay, so I'm in my first ever team meeting at a new job, and my boss asks, Mia, what do you think about this idea? And no joke, I just blurted out, I don't like it. Dead silence. Everyone just stared at me like I'd insulted their grandmother.
Oh no, what did you do?
I wanted to disappear under the table. But hey, that disaster taught me the most important lesson about polite English at work, and that's exactly why we're here today.
Hi everyone, I'm Leo.
And I'm Mia. Welcome back to English Speaking Practice, your friendly space to learn English through real conversations.
We're so grateful to have viewers from all over the world. If you're new here, welcome, and please help us grow this community by subscribing and sharing with your friends who are learning English.
So, back to my embarrassing meeting moment. After that silence, my coworker whispered, maybe say I have some concerns next time? I was like, wait, what's wrong with I don't like it?
Oh, Mia, I feel you. We've all been there. Being direct isn't always rude in every culture, but in professional English, yeah, it can sound a bit harsh.
Exactly. So, Leo, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're diving into polite English at work, specifically how to sound professional and friendly in emails, meetings, and small talk without sounding like a robot or, accidentally offending your boss.
This is huge for anyone working in an English-speaking environment or communicating with international colleagues. Because here's the thing, being polite at work isn't about being fake. It's about building good relationships and being clear.
Right. And the good news? You just need a few simple phrases and suddenly you sound like a pro.
You know what I love about this topic? Once you learn these phrases, work becomes so much less stressful.
Totally. Instead of worrying, did I sound rude? Did I mess up? You just plug in the right phrase and boom, you're good.
And if this sounds helpful, if you're thinking, yes, I need this in my life, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss these conversations. We do this every week, and trust me, it's going to make your English journey so much easier.
All right, let's start with the place where most of us panic, emails. Okay, Mia, imagine you need to ask your boss for something. Let's say a deadline extension. What would you write?
Old me would have written, I need more time. But now I know better.
Yeah, I need more time sounds like a demand, right? Instead, we can say, I was wondering if it would be possible to extend the deadline.
Ooh, I love that. I was wondering if. That sounds so polite.
Exactly. I was wondering if is a magic phrase for polite requests. You can use it for almost anything.
Like, I was wondering if you're free for a quick call tomorrow?
Perfect. Or, I was wondering if you could review this document when you have a moment.
When you have a moment. I like that too. It shows you respect their time.
Exactly. Another super useful phrase is, would it be possible to? It's basically asking permission politely.
So, would it be possible to reschedule our meeting?
Yes. Now, here's a tricky one. What if you need to say no to someone, like your coworker asks you to help with something, but you're swamped?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't want to sound mean.
Right. So instead of just saying, no, I can't, try, I'd love to help, but unfortunately, I'm tied up with another project right now.
I'd love to help, but that's genius. You're saying no, but you're showing you care.
Exactly. The I'd love to, but phrase is your best friend for polite refusals. And notice I said tied up. That means busy. It's a casual professional way to say you don't have time.
So, I'd love to join the meeting, but I'm tied up until 3 p.m.
Perfect. You're getting so good at this.
Okay, now let's talk about meetings, because that's where I made my big mistake, remember?
Oh yes, the I don't like it disaster.
Never again. So, Leo, if I disagree with an idea in a meeting, what should I say?
Great question. Instead of I don't like it or that's wrong, try I see your point, but I have some concerns about.
Ooh, I see your point, but that's so much better.
Right? You're acknowledging their idea first, then sharing your opinion. It's respectful. You could also say, that's an interesting idea. However, I'm wondering if we've considered.
I'm wondering if we've considered. I love that. It sounds thoughtful, not critical.
Exactly. And here's another one. I'd like to add something to that. This is perfect when you want to share your thoughts without interrupting.
So, I'd like to add something instead of just jumping in and talking?
Yes, or you can say, if I may, or may I just add. These phrases signal you want to speak politely.
This is so helpful. What about when you don't understand something in a meeting? Because sometimes my brain just goes blank.
Totally normal. Instead of saying what or I don't get it, say, sorry, could you clarify that? Or just to make sure I understand, are you saying?
Just to make sure I understand, that's a lifesaver.
It shows you're engaged and you care about understanding clearly. Bosses love that.
All right, last piece, small talk. This is the casual chatting before meetings or at the coffee machine, right?
Exactly. Small talk is super important because it builds relationships, but it can feel awkward if you don't know what to say.
So true. Like, I stand there thinking, do I talk about the weather? Is that too boring?
Weather is actually a safe choice. You can say, lovely weather today, isn't it? Or, it's really cold this morning.
Okay, but what if I want to ask about their weekend without being nosy?
Perfect question. Use, how was your weekend? Or, did you do anything fun over the weekend? These are friendly and open-ended.
And if they ask me, I just share something simple, like, it was relaxing, I watched some movies.
Exactly. Keep it light. Then you can flip it back. How about you? This keeps the conversation flowing.
What about compliments, like if my coworker has a nice presentation?
Great instinct. Compliments are amazing for building rapport. Say, great job on the presentation. Or, I really liked your idea about.
I really liked your idea about. That's specific. It shows you were actually paying attention.
Exactly. Specific compliments always feel more genuine. Okay, wonderful people watching this. Let's make this super practical for you. Here's a simple template you can use right away.
For emails, remember these 3. I was wondering if, for requests, would it be possible to, for permissions, and I'd love to, but for polite refusals.
For meetings, use these. I see your point, but I have some concerns about, for disagreements. I'd like to add something to that, for sharing your thoughts. Could you clarify that, for when you're confused?
And for small talk, how was your weekend? Easy opener. Great job on specific compliments. And just be warm and interested.
The key to all of this, you're showing respect and building relationships. That's what polite English is really about.
And honestly, once you practice these phrases a few times, they become automatic. You won't even think about it.
All right, before we wrap up, we have a fun question for you.
Tell us in the comments, what's your most awkward or embarrassing work moment? It could be an email typo, a meeting mishap, anything. Share it in 2 sentences. We want to hear your stories.
And don't worry, you're among friends here. We've all been there.
Also, read through the comments. You'll find some hilarious stories, and you might even help someone by sharing what you learned.
If you enjoyed this conversation and want more practical English lessons like this every week, hit that subscribe button. Seriously, it helps us so much and you'll never miss an episode.
And remember my meeting disaster, the I don't like it? Well, now I know better, and so do you.
You've got this. Go out there, use these phrases, and watch how much smoother your work communication becomes.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep practicing, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.